I love that you brought this up because although I am Mexican myself and I'm currently living in Mexico, and obviously like everything around me is Mexican food, I am American Mexican. And trust me, I understand what it's like to also incorporate American food. And the reality is that no matter whatever culture we may be, they all have similar macros. Each meal is going to have a source of protein, carbs, and fat. So in reference to one of my famous viral videos about saying that it's not the pan dulce that's affecting you, it's your eating habits and your poor relationship with food. It's the same thing across all cultural foods. It's not the cheeseburgers or the meatloaf or the chili that is making you really overweight. It's honestly the way that we're eating, and we're overeating that food. So it doesn't matter what culture you're in, the problem is that we're overeating. And this is why in my one-on-one coaching program for habit-based nutrition, I specialize in my Mexican community, but all across the board as a nutritionist, I understand what macros are and how to help my client differentiate them and also be able to have healthy eating patterns so that they're able to still incorporate the foods that they love. Otherwise, they're still going to be going through the same thing that you're going through, which is facing cravings. And also, if you're having those cravings, it's safe to say that you're also binge eating on the weekend. So it comes down to habits. That's what it comes down to. What is the relationship that someone has with the food? Chances are very high is that you're not eating nutrient food throughout the day, and it's making you want to eat everything in sight. So if we fix one of the major things that's causing a spiral out of control throughout the entire day, for example, most people, they're not eating a good breakfast, or some people think that intermittent fasting is going to save them. It's not. We have to focus on having a well-balanced, high-protein breakfast. That way you feel satiated until your next meal, and you'll start to notice that your cravings will be reduced. And if you have cravings, that's perfectly fine. It's a matter of incorporating these sweet foods that we love in a timely, proper manner throughout the day with our eating habits. So I know you've been watching my stuff for a really long time, and I love that you're always commenting, and you understand then, if you've been watching my stuff, that there's a lot of nuance involved in here, and in order for me to actually help someone, I have to ask questions back. I'm not about giving someone some black and white answers without understanding really what their relationship with food is, and also what their eating habits currently look like, because without that information, I can't give you a direct answer. And this goes out to anybody here on my TikToks. If you guys have any direct questions, I do recommend you reach out to me on Instagram, because I send voice notes and I like to be really personable with the way that I talk to people who really need help.